All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and denizens of the YouTube and the interwebs. If you're just joining me, I appreciate it. I'm glad you could be here with me tonight, or today, or whenever you're watching this. Doesn't matter, because I'm glad you're here nonetheless. Uh, if you saw my previous video, you might know I just recently got some capture software for the games so I can actually put some gameplay footage on my gaming channel. Yay, we're making progress. And I got the volume levels hopefully a little bit better so that the game isn't drowning me out quite so bad. There's probably still some white noise in the back of my audio, and I apologize for that. There's not much I can do about it, as I live in Florida and I don't have air conditioning, and so at least one fan is kind of a necessity, so I don't suffer and die on you, because that wouldn't be very entertaining. Well, it might be entertaining to some, but I digress. I wanted to get something substantial on here. I kid you guys not, a couple hours getting all this set up. Downloads, installs, patches, and tweaks and settings, and trial and error and so forth. And I really just wanted to sink my teeth into some gaming, as I'm sure you probably do too. So I'd like to do a little playthrough for you. One of my favorite all-time RPGs of any system, certainly on the Super Nintendo, which is Squaresoft's 1991 entry, Final Fantasy II, which, on a side note, is like Final Fantasy 4 or 5, but they didn't give, like, 2 through 4 was only released in Japan or something. It's crazy. We really, as Americans, we got the short end of the stick from Japan in video games in the 80s and early 90s until they caught on that it was an even bigger market than Japan. Yeah, so kind of a little bit weird. And his name is one of my favorites. Hopefully you'll come to enjoy it too. And I believe that I have everything set properly, or at least a little better. I mean, of course, I'll make tweaks as we go along, but I'm going to do this is fresh from scratch. I actually already have a started game of Final Fantasy 3 as well on the same console, the same emulator. I don't know if I want to do a whole let's play that from scratch, maybe jump in and just do some footage from that, but I have heavily hacked that version for ease and fun, and some people don't like that, so I don't know if I'm going to do that one or not. We'll see. I'm not shy about posting hacked content, Game Genie and Pro Action Replay and so forth. If you don't like that sort of thing, hey, that's your choice, that's fair, but some people like to play around with games and try out different things, different options. And anyway, let's get to the game that we're on, right? Crew, Captain Cecil, we are about to arrive. Cecil, good. Why are we robbing crystals from innocent people? That's our duty. Do we really have to keep doing this? Give us the crystal of water. What have we done? The crystal or your life? Never. Then take the crystal by force. So basically, this dude, Cecil, the Dark Knight, or Cecil, whatever you prefer, he's the main protagonist of the story, and currently he's the head of the elite knights of this kingdom that basically wants to take over the world, and so they're attacking the mages' land to take one of the major elemental crystals that controls all the power, magical power in the world, the universe, whatever. The story is actually not bad, but I've probably played this game at least 50 times in my life, so it's not too compelling for me. If you like the game, if you like what you see, you might want to sit down and play through it. Why is the King of Baron doing this? Why do you pursue the crystal so eagerly? No answer. Because he doesn't know why, he's just following orders. We take pride in being members of the Red Wings. Red Wings is the elite airship crew that the protagonist heads, the person you're playing here. Looting is out of the question. Stop it. Captain, we can't stand doing this anymore. Listen. Possessing the crystal is an essential factor for our prosperity. Moreover, His Majesty judged that Mysidians knew too much about the secret of the crystal. Mysidians, the mages we just murdered and stole from, by the way. We are the Red Wings, the Air Force of the Kingdom Baron. The royal command is absolute. Captain. As my TV cuts off on me, that's too funny. Pardon me a moment. Wait for that to come back on. As stated before, my financials aren't the best of people who do this, and I don't have the best of equipment or anything. So, alright, hopefully that fixed the problem. Sorry for that. Let's continue onward, shall we? Monsters, take up fighting positions. Here we go. By the way, I'm not actually controlling this. This is all story, cinematic. More coming, watch out. And again, this is automated. I have no control over this one or the other. But that is exactly what the battle screen looks like for the in-game battles, in-game fights. Excuse me. Everyone okay? Yes, sir, but there are too many monsters these days. Too many agreed. What's happening? We are over Baron. Make a landing. Yes. Yes, indeed. And I will warn you, if you're ever wondering, where Squaresoft or Square Enix got it from in their later games with so much talking compared to how much you actually get to play, they pretty much had a penchant for doing this all along. It wasn't as bad in these other games. Is that the crystal of water? But Mysidians were so helpless. What are you trying to say? This way, Cecil. Yeah, they did a lot of talking and storyline and setup, but that's good. Like I said, it does have a very rich, gripping storyline. At least in my opinion, my feelings, I definitely enjoyed it the first few times through. Please wait here. Like, I'm head of the elite troops and I have to wait outside. What the? I'm afraid Cecil has developed quite a rebellious air. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Truly. Well done, Bacon. We must do something. Call him in. Yes, Your Majesty. Cecil, His Majesty summons you. Please come in. Oh, now I'm allowed to enter the throne room? Okay. We done whispering? Thank you for successfully completing the mission. Where is it? Here, my liege. Hand over the crystal. I believe that's supposed to be handed over the crystal and was just a error in the conversion, when they converted over from Japanese language, from kanji. But, who knows? Real crystal. Good. Cecil, you may leave now. Dismissed, huh? Wow. Wait a minute. I got something to say. Your Majesty. But what? Like they're over there friggin' loading the crack pipe or something. What? I don't understand the meaning of taking crystals away from honest people. Disobeying me? No, I don't. We do know of your discontent, Cecil. If you cannot trust me, I can no longer place the Red Wings in your command. You are dismissed from your post. Well, that was rather unceremonious, wasn't it? Go and hunt the summoned monsters to Misty Valley, and take this package to the Village Mist. You may depart tomorrow morning. My favorite character in any Final Fantasy game, the Dragoon Cain. Your Majesty. Cecil didn't. If you're concerned about Cecil that much, go with him, Cain. Your Majesty. Now, leave with the package. Received the package. Pushy SOBs, ain't they? Sorry, Cain. Don't worry, he'll put you back in command of the Red Wings after this mission. But, never mind. Go back to your room and take a rest. Walk in all directions using the control pad and talk to every person you meet using the A button. You must be careful not to miss what they say. An unexpected person may give you information. That's a trope of role-playing games in general. If any viewers are unfamiliar, you want to walk around, talk to people, and they tell you possibly useful things about the game, or maybe cute little funny stories. Or if the king hears people talk about him like this, he'll be angry. Like so. Treasure your life. Valuable info there. Okay, so I am not going to take all the time to walk around and talk to every single person because it would double the length. And so, but like, okay, see here you see a closed off room with treasure in it. Maybe if we talk to this guy, take the treasure in this room. The switch is on the wall there. Ah, yes, there does appear to be a little bit button, doesn't there? So we will loot these to get a little starting goodies. A couple items and some gold. But, yes, it would at least double the length of playing if I went around and talked to everybody. And while in some games there are flags or triggers in the story, like so, this is one of them, but I know that I don't have any of them. But sometimes you'll need to go talk to a person and have them tell you that you need to go do such and such before you can actually go and do it, even though you might happen to know already that that's what you're supposed to go and do. So, hey, Cecil. Yeah, it's just introducing supporting characters. That was Rosa, his little girlfriend or whatever that we just talked to, and this is the head mad engineer that made all the airships, Sid. What's wrong? What? Who's going to command the Red Wings then? I'm not sure what the king is thinking. He ordered me to make an airship, but I don't want it to be used as a weapon. Well, I gotta go home. I've been working all night. My daughter's worried about me. Oh, okay. Well, bye then. So that was Sid. He's notorious throughout the series. Any fans already know full well who Sid is. I've changed the sheets. Leaving early tomorrow morning, sir? Good night. Ah, yes. In these games, you tend to want to check. Yes, there's nothing there. You tend to want to check pots and drawers and things because sometimes you'll find items that will help you. So that can be a plus. Nothing in there either. There are occasionally secrets and things too, walls you can walk through and so forth. But yeah, remember Kane told me to go to my room and take a rest, so hence why we're going to the room and taking a rest. Never again, even if ordered. I'm not going to kill innocent people. Let me get some rest so I can set out tomorrow to go kill innocent people. Oh, spoiler alert! What's wrong? You're not quite yourself lately. Nothing. You don't put out. Leave me be. I'm sorry, that was terrible. Apologize to any ladies present. Just a joke. Please don't look away. And of course we have to have the little sad, bittersweet, imperfect romance music. In my city, we had to rob from the innocent people. That would tend to play on one's conscience. Oh dear. I am just a dark knight with no courage to disobey His Majesty. Probably should have thought about that before you shot your mouth off, but whoops. The real Cecil I know would never whimper like this. That's right. Jump in his ass, honey. He's starting to sound like Cloud over here being a crybaby. Whoops. Spoiler alert. No, I'm kidding. Cloud's actually a character in a much later installment, Final Fantasy VII, but strictly speaking, if you're not familiar, you get quickly acclimated to Cloud and his little mommy issues in that game, so that's not much of a spoiler. He's actually a really obnoxious character until he falls into Mako and loses all his marbles, and then he's halfway cool. Oops, spoiler. But he's still not half as bad as Titus, FFX, yeah. So anyway, if anything should happen to you, she'll cry and be sad. So I guess we better... Don't worry, Kane is coming too. I'm a crybaby, but Kane's a beast, so it'll be okay. Pretty much. Oh, excuse me, bumping the mic there. I had a face itch. Facial itch, not to be confused with facial tick. Let's go. Outside of the castle, the city of Barron. Let's gather information and equipment in the city. But unless I miss my guess, that is technically a misnomer, because there's nothing in the city you can buy that's better than what they come pre-equipped with. So, you can buy supplementary items, however, if you should so desire. Really shouldn't be necessary at this point. And now we have a nice little more blah blah blah. Looking at the timer, we're over 15 minutes, and I still cannot actually play the game. So, like I said, yeah, this has been a trend that Square's had all along. Just in case you next-geners, millennials, whatever, think that they're just hating on you and charging lots of money for it. They were always this way. I'm not going to bother to try reading that. I do try to read through some of the in-game chats because I tend to click through them, but this scroll, if you really care what it says, then you can be reading it. In case anyone is reading it, I'm not saying anything important, so feel free to ignore me as you read. Do enjoy the playthrough as you see fit. I put it here for you guys. I'm not uptight about attention or compensation. It's just something I enjoy games, and I know other people enjoy games, and I like to do what little bit I can to contribute to that. No skits, no crazy setups, no midstream hawking of products and services and advertisements. Just my big fat Irish mouth and good old fashioned gritty gameplay. Alright, we are out and about. Now we're going to pop into town just so you can see town. See, this is the town. There's an inn. There's places. There's people you can talk to. Oh, look. I think we can, ta-da, we can illustrate what I was talking about before. Check pots, find items. Sometimes. Weapons and armor and items, the pot and magic and so forth. And yeah, nothing in there. But I'm not going to bother about that too much. There are other items in the town to be found and so forth and blah blah blah, but it's really not necessary. So, as I said, I've played this game millions of times before, so I'm going to just streamline it a bit. If you find the game interesting, compelling, I do totally recommend to give it a shot. Check it out for yourself. And then you can go and explore and find all the goodies that I skip, and you'll be like, wow, I didn't even know that was there. That's fantastic. This is a pretty stand-up, old-school RPG. But me personally, that's what I happen to like. That's high on my list of favorite types of games. Old school, turn-based, story-rich RPG, character progression, and all that fun stuff. And all this force you to pay through the nose playing real-life slot machines for better gear and calling it loot boxes or whatever. Just, I'm buying the game, here's the game in its entirety. The good old days. Alright, so this is going to be our first dungeon here. I'm going to take this opportunity just to make us a save. Now this is an emulation, and one of the perks it does provide, some people consider it a cheat, is you can use save states. So in other words, I can save the exact state that the game and program is running in, like this here. I could screenshot this kind of into a save file, and then I could hit another button and it would instantly bring me right back here, and I can use that in any conditions, including conditions where the game itself would not normally allow me to save, like for instance right at the end of a dungeon when I'm right about to jump into the boss fight. It normally won't let you save inside of dungeons. but I could make a save state right before I start the boss fight. However, reason I bring that up, I'm going to try to avoid doing that at least for now. Why can't I see? I'm going to try and avoid doing that at least for now. Okay, this is a problem. Apparently with my video set up, so, while I try to figure that out. Let's see, display configuration. Emulate full screen station image. I'm pulling this up so that you guys can see it too, so you can see what I'm doing here. Output image processing, enable triple buffering, transparency effects. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Because the transparency effects was the problem. Because it has like layers, so it has to do special filtering to process the multiple layers of image. Anyhow, problem solved. On we go. As I said, this is a learning process for me. I'm a totally new streamer, so I've been watching YouTube, participating, commenting, and so forth for many, many years. Many, many years. But only recently have I decided to attempt to dabble in creating my own content, so here we are. It's a process, it's a learning procedure, but we'll get it. Go back. Who is it? Take the treasure, no reason to leave it sitting there. Alright, so. Did I ever finish what I was saying about the save states? I'm going to try and refrain from using this. Some people see it as kind of a way of cheating. It does give you a normally unavailable advantage. But if I really badly decide I need it or want it to use it, you know, I may do so at a later time. So if that upsets you, I apologize, but it's a game, and I'm the one playing it, so I can play it how I see fit. If you don't like to play it that way, it's fine. You don't have to. What I will probably do, I'll probably end up... I don't think I have to break these into chunks, but I probably will, just because there's so much involved in it. And obviously I'm not going to sit here and do it in one sitting, at least not legit. I mean, at minimum, if I rush and skip exploration and looting and things, in other words, I just try to race straight to the end and as little effort and time as possible, there's still at least probably a good 20 hours of gameplay in this game, so I would guesstimate. I really hope I have the audio adjusted better now to where it's not drowning me out. It was choking me at times in that Knights of the Round test I noticed, so I tried to level it out a bit. Of course, once I upload this one, then I'll know if I need to adjust it even further. Ooh, he's getting low. These things are vicious. And I don't believe either of them can use any form of magic, if I remember correctly. No. So we are going to have to rely on items. Technically, I should have gone and leveled up before I came in here and did this. I should have just fought a bunch of monsters and gotten my dude stronger. But I didn't do that, so we'll just have to make do, won't we? Just have to see how it plays out, I guess. Oh my. Thankfully, the monsters in the early stages aren't particularly difficult. I just wonder at how bad I'll struggle on the boss, the first boss. A tent. Okay. moving right along. Another cure, that's good. Leave now. Is it a monster? Now see, normally here I would go ahead and quick save, or save state, but I said I'm going to try and refrain from doing that, so. Oh, that's a regular fight. I thought it was the boss fight. Oh, I think I have another floor yet before I get to that. Yeah, because something else has to happen first, but more on that in a bit. We don't want to go getting ahead of ourselves. One's from Baron. Who are you? Return now and I will not harm you. Show up. You still wish to go on? I don't know. Should we turn back now? It's going to make for a mighty short and boring playthrough. I guess we better press on. We must deliver this package to the village of Mist. Then I must. The mist is gathering. Okay, no, I'm thinking of a different thing. I mean, another cave, it's kind of like this one, but takes place a little further on in the game. Like the second or third cave. That's okay. So that at some point it's going to change into mist, and then I can't hit it without getting totally screwed. As you can see, it doesn't do much damage naturally, but then again, neither do I. At least not yet. Oh, yeah, there it goes. And I got the other guy keyed up to hit, so I'm going to get slammed. Or no, I think it just misses. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, I get slammed too. It misses and I get lit up. Do not fight now. Fighting when missed will freeze you with breath. Yeah, well, it was active time battle. If it wasn't active time battle, that would help matters. Also, if you told them that before they hit it, but never mind. I wonder if jump still works. Now, get ready to fight. Okay, good. So Dragoon Kane is going to use his special Dragoon move here in a second. He jumps off the screen, and then a little bit later he'll land and do big damage. Yeah, like that. And they all generally have some form of special. You'll notice the main character does not yet. And that's all I'll say on that so that I don't spoil things. But generally speaking, each individual character has their own unique special attack that they can do in battle. Or special ability, I guess, maybe. They're not always necessarily a direct physical attack, but some special move. Alright, so that's done. Oh, my. You know what? Before we do that, though, let's be smart and save that. So that's that, and then this is going to happen. And then this just happened. Package opened automatically. What? We brought the package to burn the village? Why? Mommy, who's that? My mom's dragon fell, so my mom did too. I've heard of the people with the power to summon monsters. They are callers. We defeated the dragon, so her mother is gone also. You beaten my mother's dragon. We didn't mean to do this to your mother. His Majesty wanted to wipe out the callers of this village and used us to do it. Incredible. I'm afraid we must do away with her too. Kane, she's just a kid. You dare to renounce your loyalty to His Majesty? Forget it. Never again will I follow such an order. Well, Cecil, I knew you'd say so. I won't let you do it alone. Kane? I owe His Majesty much. Still, I cannot disgrace the dragoons. Then will you? But Baron is the mightiest country in the world. It's impossible for us to challenge his might alone. We must gather other countries. And you know, we must rescue Rosa. Thank you, Kane. Not for your sake. Let's get out of here fast. What about that girl? My phone's going off. Oh my goodness. So listen, guys, I think, let's go ahead and do... Can't leave her here alone. Yes, yes, phone. Kim Possible's calling me. Anyway, I must go. The world needs me. I think, guys, we're at right about half an hour. This is probably a good place to wrap up. Yeah, let's just take her. Uh-oh. She's not going to go quietly. I think we made her mad. She just killed my dude. That wasn't cool. And she screwed up the planet. So, yeah. I think right next time it's going to let me save. I'm going to go ahead and end this as the first episode. And that way the whole playthrough won't be horrible. But, yeah. This is a little introduction to Final Fantasy II. Like I say, one of my favorite all-time RPGs. Very good. Good one in the series. Good classic turn-based role-playing game. So now we have the girl, and Kane is gone. Yes, yes, yes. So now we go. Can't stay here. Yes, I have a lady friend blowing up my phone, so... That's all you incels and permavirgins watching will know. That takes precedence, obviously. But we will save here. We'll end this session. And we will pick it up here again soon. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you like what I do, or what I'm trying to do, you know what to do. You're not new to YouTube, and if you are, you'll figure it out. It's alright, no worries. Glad to have you here nonetheless. New or old. Share the word, spread the word, tell your friends. And be good to each other. I will see you next time. Blue Sage, out.